I'm gonna show you every bow you'll need in Terraria, starting with this. To get this bow, literally just chop a tree in half, pop down a workbench, and slap the wooden bow icon till you get one with a decent modifier. This bow kinda sucks. It does suck, but it's better than your annoying copper short sword. Now loot some surface chests and try to find any good accessories like the Hermes boots, which help out with mobility and stuff. Mine some stone and poke a few holes in those slimes to get some gel, then combine the stone with wood to get your first ammo. While you're at it, you can use the gel to make torches, and combine them with the wooden arrows to make flaming arrows. Now this bow's kinda doo-doo, so in order to get rid of it, we need to mine some silver or tungsten and smelt them to get bars and craft a bow. Do the same thing with gold or platinum or whichever one you have. Now at this point we have a gold platinum bow and a few wooden flaming arrows, so now it's time to go to the ice biome and smash a few ice blocks. Man, it's freezing. Craft a few ice torches with regular torches and combine them with arrows to get yourself frostburn arrows. These arrows are really good at this point in the game because they do this to the Eye of Cthulhu, so I'd recommend you get them. Now I'm sure at this point in the game you've seen plenty of these things, so now's the perfect time to yoink some and combine them with wooden arrows to get Jester's arrows. Damn, these arrows can infinitely pierce enemies? Yup. Now beat the remaining pre-hard mode bosses and go down to hell and mine some hellstone. Borrow a hellforge but never return it, mine some obsidian, smelt some bars and use 15 of them at an anvil to craft yourself the molten fury. How would you even hold this bow? Bro, like seriously, it's made out of molten stuff. Now it's time to beat the wall of meat and enter hard mode, but before you do, I'd suggest taking a pit stop at Skeletonville to steal some bones from skeletons and combine them with cobwebs to make necro armor. I wish I could craft cool armor from bones and cobwebs in real life. Go down to a beehive and murder her children with a pickaxe, then wake her up and steal her knees to get your last pre-hard mode bow. This thing shoots literal bees. Now once you've beaten Fleshy Tentacle Man and hopefully gotten a ranger emblem, you're officially in hard mode, which means it's time to mine a few altars and get blessed with a few pebbles. Do a little bit of progression till you have some good armor and tools, craft this while you're at it, and if you see any of these dudes, get their magic quiver, your second hard mode accessory. Now if you haven't been farming any archer potions at this stage, now's the perfect time to start producing some. To craft them, get a bottle of water using a bottle near water, farm some lens, and get a few day blooms. Combine these at a place bottle to craft yourself the archery potion. This is how long it takes to beat the Eye of Cthulhu without an archery potion, and this is how long it takes with one. In other words, get it. Now we need to give our bows an upgrade because they're kinda trash in hard mode. Summon a goblin army and kill these guys till you get a shadow flame bow. Farm some souls of light from hallowed mobs and use 15 of them to make a key of light. Make at least 5 of these. Now get an empty chest and put 1 key inside to summon a hallowed mimic, then defeat these guys till you get one of the most OP bows at this stage, the Daedalus Stormbow. The reason this bow is so good is if you craft holy arrows from unicorn horns and pixie dust, you can shower your opponents with masses of arrows and stars. Now make a few platforms for the mechanical bosses. Once you've beaten them all and crafted the pickaxe axe and the hallowed repeater, the obvious next choice would be to fight Plantera, right? Of course you would. Hell nah! First you gotta head down to the jungle and mine chlorophyte ore. Look for some plants with yellow hearts to get life fruits while you're at it as well. Smelt the ores into bars at a forge and use 54 of them to get a full set of armor plus another 12 to craft a shot bow. So I'm basically wearing a mixture of mud and grass as armor right now. Now it's time to fight Plantera. Plantera's droppings are kinda doo-doo, but she does drop a temple key, which you're gonna need to access the temple. But first, if you haven't already, I'd recommend getting some Shroomite armor from the Truffle NPC. To get him, mine 100 blocks of mud, stroll down to the mushroom biome and harvest enough shrooms to yield about 10 to 20 mushroom seeds. That's a lot of shrooms. While you're down there, look for these guys called truffle worms. You'll need them for later. 666 bait power, that sounds a little fishy. Build an artificial mushroom biome, ideally nice and high above the ground, and make a house for the truffle. Once he's moved in, get an auto hammer for 1 platinum and mush a few chlorophyte bars with those shrooms you collected to make shroomite bars. Once you've made those, go to a hard mode anvil and bam, you've got your shroom armor. How does wearing mushrooms and dirt give you 51 plus defense? I don't know, man. Ask Red. Now it's time to cruise through Golem and get ready to ruin these guys' cosplay party. Wait. Before you do, remember those truffle worms I told you about 15 seconds ago? Use them at the ocean to summon an epic gamer Terraria YouTuber and shoot him till he drops to Tsunami. Your final bow till the cultist. Is it time to fight the cultist now? Yep. Just kidding. Oh, come on. Get a witch doctor if you haven't already by killing the queen bee and purchase venom vials from him for 15 silver. Then slap 35 wooden arrows with 5 venom vials to craft 35 venom arrows. Now is it time to fight the cultist? Of course it is. When this guy dies, go straight for the vortex pillar and use 18 vortex fragments at an ancient manipulator to craft the phantasm. Now it's time to beat the remaining pillars and fight the moon lord. Alright, here we go. Your entire Terraria journey is about to reach its climax. You got this. At this point in your journey, you've collected all these bows. Once you've beaten the Moon Lord, congratulations, you did it. Let's go! Now remember, refer back to this video as many times as you'd like. However, playing as a bows only ranger is probably not the best of ideas, so to top this up, go watch this video here, because it's going to give you an entire gun progression guide too, and it's going to make your life a whole lot easier.